Are mini ASIC miners the future of home crypto mining? Maybe. Today's video is sponsored by skmining.com. skmining.com is a brand new crypto mining hardware retailer who broke into the mining industry in 2021. skmining.com is your one-stop shop for all your crypto mining hardware needs, from graphics cards to ASIC miners to mining motherboards, GPU risers, cables, and much, much more. Did I mention skmining.com serves crypto miners worldwide, shipping anywhere and everywhere miners can be found? Head on over to sk-mining.com today and tell them the Hobbyist Miner sent you. Special thanks to skmining.com for supporting the Hobbyist Miner community. What is going on, miners, and welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to talk about mini ASIC miners on the market in 2022. Are they profitable? Who's their demographic really? And finally, are they actually worth purchasing? So let's dive into it. Okay, so as of May 11th, 2022, there are a handful of mini ASIC miners out there by Goldshell. If you're watching this in the future, welcome. Happy to have you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like if you guys are finding the channel for the very first time. But that being said, we currently have a total of 8 different mini ASIC miners by the team over at Goldshell, one of the most popular mini ASIC miner companies out there currently right now. So you have a whole bunch out there. You have a KD box, a Mini-DOGE Pro, an SC box, an LB box, an HS box, a CK box, and then as we go down, you have a 𝐓𝐨𝐿𝐴𝐶oin Mini Tails Edition, and then finally another Mini-DOGE Edition. So what in the world does all of that mean? Let's go ahead and talk about each of these, what they mine, are they profitable, and is it worth actually purchasing? Okay, so first up is the KD box. This is probably the most sought after mini ASIC miner on the market right now, and the price definitely reflects it. This mines something called KDA, which is Kadena or Kadena, however you guys want to pronounce it. And this one is definitely the heavy hitter. This is one where everybody is looking to get their hands on them. And it's because they're most profitable right now in the current market. Granted, as of May 11th, the crypto market is down, and I mean red across the board. So, jumping to our next one, we have the Mini-DOGE Pro. This came out this year in 2022. It makes significantly more Dogecoin than its previous one, which is the standard Dogecoin miner. Now, the nice thing about these is it's actually a Litecoin miner, but it dual mines Dogecoin because they both run on the same algorithm. It's a script algorithm. So hence, if you're looking at the image right now, you can see it actually has the Doge and the Litecoin image there right next to the actual miner. You can tell the difference between the Mini-DOGE Pro and the Mini-DOGE because the Mini-DOGE Pros are that black charcoal color. Everybody loves jumping on these. Brothers, family members, cousins that are like, I want to get into mining. You know, they saw Elon Musk go ahead and talk about Dogecoin a while back. This is ideal for them. This is perfect for them. They know the name Doge. They see it out in the real world. It's used many times over in different retail outlets. So this is your mini Doge miner, and based off the market right now, the Pro is anywhere between $699 up to $814. Now, the smaller unit, not the Pro, the smaller one is the Goldshell Mini Doge. This one's $699 to $799, and you're lucky. You see how it's got that really cool inscription on the side of it, that engraving kind of look to it with the Doge dog and the moon and the rocket. You're not guaranteed to get one of those, by the way. Myself and 𝐋𝐢𝐬𝐴 learned that the hard way. The picture looks awesome, but in reality, most of mine are actually plain Jane and blank. They don't have that on them. It's very rare to get those. So the CK box, the what? So this actually, the CK box here mines Nervos, which is one of these altcoin speculative mining coins out there. Pricing 639 to 754 based off of what retailer you're purchasing them from. Highly recommend you check them out over at sk-mining.com. And you can go ahead and pick these up. You're gonna see now the next few are very, very speculative coins. They're not worth a ton. They're not well known, but hey, if they pop in the future, fantastic. The next one here is the HS box. We actually just did a video on this one not too long ago. This one can either mine Handshake or Siacoin. It's one and or the other. So they should actually have the second coin up on there, but you can pick and choose which one you want. It doesn't dual mine though, like the Mini-DOGE does. This one does one and or the other. Another speculative coin. Has some value to it, has some profitability to it. Go check it out. We then have the SC box. Now, this one, I actually just got my hands on it more recently. The team over at skmining.com actually sent this to me. And this was something I hadn't actually seen before. It's a Starcoin miner is what it is. It sounds like something out of like Sailor Moon or whatever. And as I said, Starcoin miner, not a lot around that coin right now. It actually took me an awful long time to actually find a wallet even, because there's not a lot of platforms out there. Exodus, Zelcore, any of these other ones out there. There isn't really, they don't even have their own wallet there. Use something called, I think it's called StarMask, and you can use a wallet within that in order to mine to this. So another speculative coin, but it's very much set it, forget it type of style. So I definitely recommend that you guys do check it out. As I said, I've gotten my most recent one from skmining.com. I had the opportunity to unbox that, to get it set up. I'm actually mining on Poolin with it, which is great. I'm finding that like a lot of these mini ASICs use Poolin, like they're integrated with Poolin, and it makes it real easy to set up. I mean, you can, if you set up one of these, you can set one of these up in under 10 minutes, which is so nice and convenient. Finally, LB box, which is our library. Another one of these, LBC, and this is another one of those speculative altcoins out there. So that being said, let's talk a little bit about profitability, because as of right now in May of 2022, let's kind of paint the landscape. BTC is down, like below 28K. Ethereum down around $2,000. Dogecoin below 10 cents. KDA $2.40. We are red across the board. So when we're talking about profitability here in the next few minutes, please understand that the market is the worst it has been in a very, very long time. So I recommend that you, whenever you're watching this in the future, could be a year from now, could be 2 days from now, recheck the profitability, because some of these could be absolutely wrong, and the market could have bloomed and blossomed, and a bull run could have occurred, and now the profitability on these is 10x. You know, you really don't know. But let's go ahead and jump over and take a look at some of the profitability on these mini ASIC miners. Okay, so let's start from the top. We're going to start with our KD Box Pro here. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom. This is something you absolutely have to do. And under electricity cost, fill in your current electric rate, because this is literally like it changes everything. So make sure that you do get this. You can get this off of your electric bill. Scrolling back up to the top here, here's our KD Box Pro. So as I said, the market is abysmal. It is not in a very good spot right now. I'm trying to push that as much as I can with you guys. So this one here, as of today, makes $2.82 per day based off of the current market. If we jump over to the Mini-DOGE Pro, it makes 42 cents per day. And you're going to watch these guys slowly start to go down and down and down, because, oh, it's so rough right now. The Mini-DOGE makes 34 cents per day, and this is off of my electric rate. The CK box, 25 cents per day. The HS box, 28 cents per day. The SC box, which is the brand new one that I got from the guys over at SK Mining, making a whopping 56 cents per day. And finally, the LB box is making 15 cents per day. So we're not talking about making boatloads of cash here. You're not buying your crypto yacht next year using one of these. A lot of these devices, as we've talked through, are absolutely devices that you're buying now in speculation that they bubble in the future or that they pop in the future. Something like the KD box has a little more legs to it. $2.82 per day in a very down market in May 11th. Still pretty good. This definitely should be double or triple as where it is, especially for something like Kadena, based off of who you are and how you say it in that regard. So, let's talk about the demographic of these mini ASIC miners. Who are these meant for? So who are the mini ASIC miners meant for? It's a question to really ask, because I think the hard part is a majority of my audience, a majority of the people that are coming to my channel day to day are GPU miners. And I'm going to be honest with you and straightforward and frank, guys. These mini ASIC miners are not for you. Now, a bunch of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm offended. I have a whole bunch of them. So do I. And I love them because I love to diversify my portfolio. So if you are all about diversifying your portfolio, you're okay with spending $600, $700, $800 USD on something that makes a few cents per day, and you're speculating, you're gambling, great. This applies to you, but you're not the norm. And that might surprise a lot of you, because these mini ASICs are not meant for the everyday crypto miner. These mini ASICs are a perfect example of an entry-level miner to get Joe Blow off the street into crypto. He's heard about Dogecoin because he's been on Twitter, and Elon Musk has talked about it, and it's been on the news, and they want to jump into mining, and they want to be a part of something. And so they go to Goldshell, they find the mini Dogecoin miner, they jump over to skmining.com, and they buy it, right? And then they get it, they bring it home, and they can just plug this thing in to a traditional wall outlet. Your Mini-DOGE uses 233 watts. He doesn't even have to care about electric cost at that point. Like, you're talking about minimal pennies and peanuts for your electric rate when you're talking about 233 watts. So this is not like your typical GPU miner or a full-blown ASIC miner who's talking about 1,000 or 1,200 or 2,000 watt power supplies and GPU mining rigs. We're talking 233 watts, maybe 350 on some of the pro miners out there. So that being said, why is a mini ASIC miner good for your brother, for your cousin, for your parents to stick on a desk, or to stick on an end table, or to throw in their basement somewhere? Well, I highly recommend these to anybody that comes to me and is like, I would like to get into mining. It's like, great. I'm not even going to try to explain GPU mining to you and the hardware and the knowledge behind it and everything. It's like, this is perfect. It gets you in the door. It's your entry into crypto mining. On top of that, it's less of a financial commitment. $600-700? That's like a GPU, guys. It's not even all the additional parts, the motherboard, the power supply, the supporting hardware. It is set it and forget it. That is perfect for people like our family members that want to get into mining, or friends that are like, oh, I want to join you in crypto mining. In addition to that, not a huge upfront investment, which is great. You're not asking them to spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, or whatever. Two last things as to why these are perfect in that regard. So the electric usage, as I talked about, uses a regular outlet. So they're not, I don't have to go tell them, hey, you need a 30 amp, 240 volt, and you need a PDU, and make sure you stick to the 80-20 rule. None of that even applies. And finally, heat management. Heat management is not a factor. It doesn't apply here. I mean, these things literally put out the heat that like a home computer would put out. Like it's nothing. It's very minimal. It's very simple, and it's great. So, mini ASIC miners. Are we in the age of the mini ASIC? I would say so. I think we're there. I think we've been there without realizing it. And I love these things. I'm all about them. I'm hoping Goldshell comes out with more of these. I think I saw somewhere where Goldshell actually put out a survey about creating, building a helium miner. You know, I mean, man, they're just kind of tapping into anything out there and the trends that are going on. And I'm okay with that. I'd love to see more of these mini ASIC miners that are sub $800 that anybody can go ahead and do. I mean, I got 5 or 6 of these now, and I'm tempted to kind of be like, here, I'm going to give one to my brother, have him mine it from his house, 2 to my parents, have him mine it from their house, just get it out of my house so I don't have to worry about additional electric usage. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the mini ASIC miners? Do you own any? And if you do, are you spec mining, or are you literally frustrated that they're not making the profitability that you hoped for when you bought them? And if you haven't bought one, why? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys down below. Leave a comment down below. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, this kind of talking head, kind of running with it, casual conversation, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hey, hobbyists, I love this type of conversation stuff. Please continue to do it, and I absolutely will make an effort towards it. Other than that, guys, take care and happy mining.